So, it's so, and in Rudy's defense, if you've ever done this stuff in the field, it does happen. So I'll be working with folks to get the documents edited and put them on the site so that everybody can have access to them. So if anybody's interested in doing the editing, please let me know after, and I'll get your information, and I'll send you a couple of documents, and we'll get this thing rolling. So.
Great. And I've got a list already from people. I'll give that to you. But if you haven't signed that list, maybe we'll sign it again with your email on it. And I think you're also going to give them the format. It's like little there's a little format that we all have the same format. And as we do that, then people can read what we've done the past year. But also, completely necessary and wonderful if you all would also consider contributing, okay, and writing from whatever view you want to about the nature of awareness as a field phenomena. You don't even have to use the word field, and whether it's in acupuncture or therapy or out of your own experience, dreams. You with me? But it's going to be a journal format, not an academic journal, but a bit of a scholarly journal. And we'd like everybody to participate. And then we'll have a little editorial board more as we go along, and we'll just get this going. It should be fun, okay? Without a lot of work. Our main goal is minimal work. And it's true, as she mentioned, we all want to write in the field, right? So if you decide you want to write something, then you want to write it from the field, and we'll see what happens. Just like we're learning to talk from the field, be in the field, and think in the field. That okay with everybody? Great, glad everybody here. So, welcome. So we're going to declare, since everybody's here, we're going to make this our first day of the seminar, okay? We can do it, okay? So we're going to there's no misses, And so from now on, as of today, okay, we're going to take our two misses, okay? So we don't want anyone to miss. We want ongoing continuity, but circumstances happen. And if you do miss your way past, you do two, then come back in January, okay? But it's one way of trying to sustain ongoing continuity. I appreciate all the people who have been ill and sick and who come here. You with me? So that's but we really do require continuity this semester and next semester. Because because you don't actually come to simply receive here, okay? In the co-emergent process, everybody plays a role of agency. Everybody plays a role. Everyone plays a role. So I'm just going to start our little program today. So we love goddesses here, we love devas, and we love dakinis, right? We're a dakini place, a deva place. So I'm going to read a little bit. We're going to close our eyes, and we'll focus in to... This is a text called The Turquoise Lady, okay? And she's quite beautiful. And it's the sadhana of Durga Yudruma. And this is written by Longchenpa. And he's invoking the goddess for the yogi, okay? In order that aspirations are supported, okay? That your aspiration is supported for this year and in your life of actually bringing forth yourself and living in awareness, huh? So let's just focus in. Let's lean into each other. We're going to lean, first of all, we're going to extend from our chest. And then we're going to step back a bit and go right up into here, right into the middle. Extension, resonance, huh? Radiance and resonance. And then we go all the way back in. And the body is the alchemical container. And then we extend from there into each other. Then we pull back, we magnetize it back into our body, all the way to the back. Back opens up. Then you have 360. Huh? You're the mandala now. The true mandala is your own radiance. And then we'll extend again to each other. Sanjay Rajas, the awakened one's extension. The extension of awakened awareness. We'll pause again, and we'll simply go into awareness of awareness. The samadhi of suchness, just space. Openness. Sunyata. We'll bring our mind and our body in. We want to integrate our mind and body. We want to integrate personhood into the light of awareness. And then we'll extend again to each other, to everyone in the room. We're going to extend to everyone. Then we come back again, and then we're going to extend a pass through. The inner yin merges in the outer yin. The inner column enters into the inner column. Learning how to sustain that oneness. Then we'll focus on the third samadhi, which is the syllabus. We'll focus in together. We'll focus in the oneness. We're going to focus down. And we'll just feel the mantra. Om. Ahum. Bodhisattva. Masuka. Yana. Datua. We'll just feel it. As we feel it in our own bodies, either in the heart or deeper in the navel, we'll extend it to each other. Om. Ahum. Bodhicitta. Masuka. Yana Datua. Mantra is the presence. Mantra is the beginning of form. Rupa. The form has no external reference whatsoever. It is what it is. It is the divine energy and light. We'll pull it up our bodies. And in the traditions, there's the beneficent archetypical energy. And also there's a fierce archetypical energy. Since both are really necessary to be a human being. Some things we embrace, and in the embrace, in the integration, we cut through them. Fierce mantra. Om Rulo Rulo Hung O Hung. Om Rulo Rulo Hung O Hung. Both these mantras are always connected with each other, and they're from the secret tantra, which we've been focusing on. Om Rulo Rulo Hung O Hung. It's like Rudra. Same syllables. Cutting through. It's like Pat. When you cut through. Integration. Dissolving. Then the metabolism of awareness begins to dissolve. Not reading the prayer yet, maybe it'll be after. What does the metabolism dissolve of awareness? What does the great mother, Tromanagmo, the Kurukula, what do they dissolve? What do they metabolize? On one way, they metabolize whatever we consider as impurity. Huh? We've been talking about that. Any impurity. It's just a word that means we're not in the pure awareness, no matter what's going down. You're in a fight, and you're in pure awareness. You're in love, and you're in pure awareness. You're having a great dinner, and you are in pure awareness. Which means the experience is translucent. It's a translucent experience. It's an open experience. You feel the openness of phenomena. And you feel it in your own body, and you feel it in the other. And one of the whys we can feel that, because our very awareness is primordial awareness itself. It's not that, as some would like to think, primordial awareness is deep, deep, deep down. And once you've scraped centuries and eons of junk away, then you will find it. With me? That will take you centuries and eons. Primordial awareness is the very awareness that you and I focus on knowing awareness. It's the very awareness that's manifested in your mind and often captivated in your mind like a great big Garuda in a tiny little cage, whirring away, big Garuda bird, losing its feathers, really, really nervous. Cage opens, you really suspend your mind, and you find yourself in awareness. She opens up, it's a she, gnosis, opens up. Infinite horizons, vast and multidimensional. Huh? But that awareness that becomes aware of the awareness is primordial awareness itself. It is primordial awareness itself. That openness, that light that knows awareness, is primordial awareness itself. So in this way, your subjectivity, that to whom your name Jan points to, before you came into this world even, that reference is primordial awareness in a particular body and a particular mind. That's why in the Dzogchen tradition, this experience is so close. It is the same awareness that hears and sees and thinks and feels. We've heard 1,000 times, but actually, the alaya, the cultural prejudice, you can't, makes it hard to really grasp the closeness of primordial awareness. And some of the teachings, the older teachings, not necessarily the Vajrayana teachings, not necessarily Longchenpa and people like Swami Muktananda, from another frame, that there is no self, there's no you, there's no entity, there's no this and no that. A highly overgeneralized statement that may have no relevance whatsoever to your or my experience. Because all this stuff is culturally unfolded over time. Sometimes it's progressing, and sometimes it's regressing. So what does this mean? When you understand that your subjectivity, the experiencer, the knower of knowingness, is primordial awareness itself. It is actually you. It really is you. It's not somebody else. It's not something else. Now your body is sort of a thing, slowly but surely decomposing as we sit here. And your mind is also sort of a thing, and it's a manifestation of awareness as the brain slips away. Dropping aside. It's a thing. Human beings are these remarkable combinations of primordial awareness and thingness. Almost done. So the no-self concept, if they say no thing concept, but the self is your awareness. Yourself, the base, is your own awareness. Do you believe that? So that way there's no place to go other than becoming aware of your own awareness as you. And certain dimensions of this awareness, it's multidimensional. And one is Nirmanakaya. This is us, Nirmanakaya. And Nirmanakaya, as we sit here, is actually rather personal. Primordial awareness has a personal face. Primordial awareness's face is your face. That's why in one of the beautiful texts of the Kurukula Rupa, and says, she is my own face. She is of a Kunzeng Dechen Lipa. So your face, it is the personal face. That is primordial awareness. Then within that personal awareness, within that face, is this vast archetypical manifestation. Oma Hong Bodhicittama Sukha Jnana Dhatuha is the great compassion arising through that face. And also Om Rulo Hong Rulo, fierce, kick-ass. Cutting through what has to be cut through. Releasing the demonic from being in your area of life. Now, the secret realization that Rigpa is your own awareness. The secret realization that Rigpa, your own awareness, is the Guru. That is the fundamental thing. And it's enormously personal in the Nirmanakaya level. It is love, it is hate, it is all the human experience. So it's really great to meet yogis and also real ones, of course, and at times their biographies, enormously, highly intense, highly personal stories. And of course, this awareness lives in a sea of feelings. like hate, love, lust, loneliness, enviness. And purity here doesn't mean eradicating them. Good going. Just about clean enough. The afflictive emotions is the path of wisdom. And the more you try and it doesn't quite work. You can bring them all, everything, into the light of awareness. And the form becomes energy, and you hold the entire range of affects in the field. From the Dzogchen point of view, dissociation is really, or repression is not really the best way of going about things, because you lose the capacity of extension. The more you lock in, the more you close in, the more you stop everything, you lose the power of radiance, of extension, of actually extending the light. Raise your hands if this is making sense. So this is a very personal undertaking. It's both personal, not the level of the Dharmakaya, which is a virtual level. It's virtual. Nothing exists there. It's virtuality. It is God as virtuality, as potential, out of which everything arises. Huh? Pure, open, everything. And all of us have access to those different dimensions, huh? Especially as we learn to enter deathless awareness, which we've been working on, right? Summarizing. Now, one more thing. And that is, I don't know about you, but I know me, that this mind and body has a long history. And it has history in this life. And it really isn't so solipsistic as I sometimes think it is. It really is extension of a generational field, mama and papas and all that. It's actually an extension of some of you here. Actually, I'm actually an extension of some of you here, and you're an extension of me in the flesh, in relational life. Huh? Not only that, but there's lots of others, relational life. Huh? And that's called the alaya. Because I'm sitting in 2010, September 29th. I've been through at least a couple of epics, and all those epics I've manifested out of them. I didn't just pop out of no place. I am a function of the world. I am a being in the world. Follow it. The world has manifested me, and the world itself is the manifestation of the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. It's just not me and the Nirmanakaya. It's not just me and Sambhogakaya, my own little cloud of Sambhogakaya moving along. Or my little pot of Dharmakaya. Neither are you. We're in the alaya. The alaya is really useful in understanding Dzogchen. Not all traditions, all this stuff is a big porridge, I'm telling you, like anything is. So the alaya is something to think about. So when I integrate my mind and my body and my situation, that's you all right now, integrating it into the field. Field gets bigger. Mom, oh, grandmother's, all these people there, you know. Dogs, places. The alaya is the epic that I'm in and you're in. It's the family that I'm in and you're in. It is a particular relationship that I'm in. It is layers and layers of field. It's layers and layers of storyline. Field, human field, earth field, city field. It is 2010 to 1942. That's my Alaya. And it complicates things. That Alaya that I am is that which links me in continuity to the past. You want to see my past life? Would you like to see it? Here it is. It's manifesting as me right now. Some were good, some were not so good. So it's not like a pocketbook, a picture book, past life, or some people think the Alaya is just a depository of memories. Okay. Wow, 8th grade. Oh, there's so-and-so. I love her so much, you know? 15th century. Theologian. This is a dangerous place here. Talk about thinking alike. Talking about thinking alike. So all those past lives are my Alaya. So in that way, Alaya is both a cultural phenomena and completely my fingerprint. You guys following this? So at the moment of death, body's falling away. Mind's been gone for a while. Stepping into the deathless state. Hey, I know this already. Not so bad. Relatives meet out of the Alaya. The Alaya is your allies. The gurus in your life, Alaya. The deities in your life, Alaya. Enemies in your life, Alaya. So the Alaya is continuity, life after life and death after death. Ongoing continuity of beingness is the Alaya. And so, as you die, there is primordial awareness still contained in the Alaya. And that Alaya will let certain things happen for you and certain things not happen. You will not go to bad realms with the Alaya that you have. It actually is the protector, and it can open up more divine realms. And it can open up your next incarnation as a bodhisattva. So the Alaya, it's also called universal ground as consciousness. So there's the universal ground, which is another name for the man. Are you guys enjoying this, or is this just tormenting you endlessly? Because without it, you won't understand. Because understanding, not intellectual understanding. If this is making sense to you, it's resonating to you in a non-conceptual way at this moment, and you've got it. With the Alaya is the link. It's continuity. It's continuity of the history of this manifestation of primordial awareness and non-awareness. It is the manifestation of primordial awareness as Rigpa and as Ma-Rigpa. The ground itself, as she manifests us as Rigpa and Ma-Rigpa. The ground itself manifests us. There is no apple here. This is not a moral thing. Just like Lord Shiva himself, as he becomes aware of himself and goes through the different tattvas. It's not a complete action. Being and non-being. Truth, openness, and concealment are the very essence of being manifesting herself over and over and over again. Or the fivefold function of the Guru. One of them is concealment. So just as the givenness of life, there's also the concealment component. You will see this in all the Master's great descriptions. Aletheia, both revealing what is unconcealed. Rigpa and Marigpa. It's not that you were born a dum-dum because you were a bad person. Rather, the very nature of the ground awareness is to manifest us with an intercesses, a crossing of both Rigpa and Marigpa. You know it, and then you don't know it. You know it, and you don't know it. And then you slowly gain momentum in knowing what you know. And hopefully have circumstances that allow you to know what you know. Raise your hands if this is making sense. So the understanding of the alaya, also called, there's the universal ground, which is as the Dharmakaya manifests everything. Or the Song of Samattabhadra does this more clearly than I do. But in that momentum of the Dharmakaya arising out, both Rigpa and Marigpa. So your Rigpa is primordial awareness knowing herself through you right now. Your Rigpa is primordial awareness knowing herself through you right now. She only knows herself through you. And the primordial awareness not knowing herself through you. Marigpa is primordial awareness not knowing herself through you right now. This is a cosmological viewpoint, okay? Early Buddhism did not have any cosmology. It was just kind of karma. You find yourself in karma. Karma did everything. You with me? And karma created everything. You with me? You have this very idealistic frame, too. It's all a function of your mind. All you guys are a function of my mind. That's not how the Vajrayana masters understand this. And especially those of like Longchenpa, Yegme Lingpa, and this certain group. I hope this is helpful for you, okay? And it is the Vajrayana that takes the cosmological, that there's a singular being, not a being, not a being. There is no a beings, but the beingness of being manifests itself. Huh? And the Dharmakaya itself is not just passive. A did see, salted. It is actually alive. The Dharmakaya is completely alive as divinity. Huh? And that divinity keeps manifesting itself incarnationally. And the history of that incarnation of Dharmakaya, or universal ground manifesting, or divinity manifesting itself, is in me and as you, as me and as you. With that understanding, then you know. And as you know that, then something else happens when you're metabolizing, when you're holding awareness, which is the great blaze and the great fire. That's why they say this is the path for angry people. This is really good for some. Peace next here. No. So this is a path for anger. It means the path of the fire element. Okay, so because the fire element is and it all goes to the elements. It's the path of fire. It's also the path of passion and the path of love and anger. So it's the path of fire that is the heart essence itself, which is fire, metabolizes. What does it metabolize? Just the bad day that I had yesterday? Or does it metabolize the alaya? The yogis understand, and if I have good luck, I can find it, that in the metabolization, in the holding of awareness, your own mind and your own body and your own situation, and you're holding the field in its infinite dimensions, you're actually metabolizing the alaya for yourself and others. Again, you can hear the bodhisattva dimension coming in. You guys follow this? So and that's why we extend to our ancestors and to the teachers and to traditions that we're a part of in order to metabolize and help to dissolve the alaya parts of my rigpa, also known as stupidity. You guys following this? So as you hold your own mind, you integrate your own mind, and you integrate your own body, and you integrate your generational field, and you integrate your city and your time, you begin dissolving foundational consciousness, which is another way of talking about the Marigpa side. And so that the skillful means of process of dissolving the foundational consciousness is that the segmented patterns can be dissolved and opened up. The clearing, the openness, the same openness that the manifestation of the divine grounds effulgence to emerge in the field of cultural awareness. So every time you and I sit, hold awareness, feel self-arising samadhi arising out, it is dissolving, and the alaya that is Marigpa, that doesn't know that it's translucidity, that the flesh is translucid, the archetypical energies are translucid, and Dharmakaya itself is translucid. It dissolves the cultural cage. That's why in certain times of history were fantastic times, just really, really very untribal. Like there was a period in Spain, and when Il Arabi was living, and it was Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and it was a period of intense mysticism, you know? And everyone taught each other. Same times, in certain times, like in Tibet, you know? Fantastic periods like that. You guys following this? Alaya? Continuity. Life after life is the continuity. And it is not cause and effect known as the Newtonian theory, or one apple hitting another, one pool ball hitting another. You with me? It's not mortal sin, venial sin frame. It's just a second. It is the frame, a nonlinear frame, an emergence frame. But it's actually your frame, life after life, as you are bringing yourself forward, or the Dharmakaya is bringing you forward as agency. The Dharmakaya is agency. So, because certain forms of Buddhism are very, very passive. I think it's the agency of your own being. The Ikta Shakti, which is the Shakti of the Guru. This Sankalpa. There's a Sankalpa that you gather into yourself to bring yourself into realization as the Guru, as your own Rigpa. If you take that and hold that completely, you with me? You understand the nature of the puja we went through last week. As there's no external reference in that. It is bringing one's own self. There's no otherness in a puja. And to the degree that there's otherness in a puja, there's a delusion going down at that moment. Doesn't mean it's not good for some people and useful. Thank you. Okay. And Tom, I think you wanted to say something. Oh, we all have short memories here. You are Tom, aren't you? Yes, that's a good point. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's a really great point. And there's two ways people look at it. One is what is metabolized is the ma-rigpa part. You with me? So, and so, like Longchenpa's big, but the actual vehicle, the vehicle, the ma-rig part is dissolved. And so only knowingness itself is what's left. You with me? But there's still a container. Total rigpa, ma-rigpa, ma-rigpa, and then that sequence is brought together in you. You bring it together. You bring it. It's brought to you, and it's brought to you, and to the degree that you're no longer in your mind. You're no longer aware of awareness. You're no longer in the field. You're in the Manakaya, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya person. And so there's a thing called the guru, I said it before, sankalpa. You start owning the sankalpa of the guru. You with me? And that sankalpa of the guru is a sankalpa of realization. It starts from extension. You feel ikta shakti. You feel your own agency. This has to do with agency, and also has to do with surrendering. But it takes a lot of an attuned agency to surrender, and to go with what's being given to you, and your sankalpa, just like your intentionality and the field are oneness. The intentionality in Sambhogakaya are oneness, and the intentionality in Dharmakaya are oneness. And that's the sankalpa. You with me? That's the sankalpa you are taking on as your own. If it's just imagination and you're having a daydream and you're a little grandiose, nothing will happen and you'll suffer. But to the degree that it's authentic and you have authenticity, that's why realization is an authentic state. In the authenticity of realization, the false self is seen through. The psychopathic parts of your personality might still be there, as resonances from a generational field, but they're held in the light of the sankalpa. You with me? It takes one to know one. And unless you have the capacity to feel everything and everybody is your own, you're still dissociating. Unless you have the capacity to feel that everything and everyone is my own, I'm still dissociating into good and bad, right and wrong. It doesn't mean you don't have discrimination, though. It doesn't mean you're just in a thought-free state, because that's why the union of mind and awareness is what's necessary for realization. If you're just in the thought-free state, or if you're just in non-conceptual awareness, you will not gain realization. You must all the great masters, Longchenpa, because not everybody thinks this, okay? But and they say you're floating around in space for thousands of eons, okay? It's another way. You want to integrate your mind and body. And say you happen to die at a moment in a total thought-free state, in non-conceptual awareness. Then in some of these texts in the Secret Essence Tantra, which is a particular Tantra, it says then you should come back. And then you come back with this vast amount of thought of non-conceptual awareness, which is the whole thing. And then you bring your mind and body in. And then you die as a complete bodhisattva. Then you come back. Because the body is the alchemical. That's why the body is so, so great and so wonderful to have a body and to be in a body. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. So whenever you're holding awareness not just for your own little mind, your own little body. Whatever you're going through, you with me? When you're dissolving illness, you're dissolving illness in the light of that level. You with me? So in this understanding, if you have illness of a particular, say you're in the Black Plague period, and as a yogi, you're dissolving that in your body. You're dissolving it in the culture. It is completely culturally at one. You with me? So whatever you're going through, you're dissolving that. You're metabolizing that. You're gaining energy and light from that. It's become translucent, and you're not defeated by it. And you're dissolving it not only for your sake, but for the entire group. So now let me put this another way. This little group is a little alaya. Doesn't mean you just have to stay here forever. You with me? But when you're in a group for a long period of time, okay, that may be, or an intense period of time, you're in a submarine going down. But when you have a certain contextualization, doesn't mean it's the only one you have, then this is a shared alaya. You with me? And some shared alayas are really great, and some shared alayas are not great. And so you have to deconstruct that. And with every alaya, the elements are in a certain configuration. Just like I'm a certain configuration, and you're a certain configuration. And out of attunement, you will feel that the elements are attuned when you're in a certain alaya that's working. You guys, I'm now going to the elements. So the elements are attuned. You just feel the attunement of the elements, okay? And that creates a certain possibility for things to be done. You might find yourself in a group that you really are not attuned to. You with me? You're there for a very specific purpose. You're there to get something very specifically. Except you're not really in that particular matrix, okay? That may not be good for you at all. And instead of getting what you want, you may get something quite different in terms of the energetic patterns that you'll be in. This is a very useful way. This is really the deep unconscious. The secret essence tantra is the tantra on unconsciousness, which is consciousness as we experience it. In the West, what is conscious is unconscious in the East, and what is unconscious in the West is consciousness in the East, right? The unconscious, the connection at the elemental levels. You with me? The conscious mind is not consciousness in the East, Everybody okay with this? So now, this is our beginning day here. So now I'm going to read a text of the turquoise lady. And this has been on the alaya today. When you understand the alaya, I was with a person dying yesterday, not yet, day before yesterday, Monday. And a very wonderful person, had cut through illness for a long time, but she's now on. She can't speak much, but she can hold the field fantastically. Okay, so you're walking in, this energy, just vast fields of energy, totally beneficent. And she could talk very little, but she says, "I'm having these visitors now." She says she knows what's going on, and then different. Her mother, especially, is visiting her at this period, and then she understands what that means. So she knows that. But so you could feel the alaya of her and what the alaya means. That's been cultivated in this life, and also cultivated from past life. It's better to think about these things manifested life after life. You with me? And it's a manifestation of primordial awareness. And us human beings, as all the social theorists know, we're not really independent at all. We're not thinking about this in kind of independent origination, just of causality, but in terms of a more manifestation language, that's a more powerful language. I hope this was useful for you guys today. Let's hold awareness. I'm going to read this prayer, and then we'll hold the things with each other today. This is the Sadhana of Dorje Yudruma, and she's like a wish-fulfilling jewel that manifests all that is desired. And then she's hidden. She's always a hidden goddess, and she's hidden behind Buddha over there. And but this particular text written by him is that you attain what you wish. Okay, it has that sankalpa behind it. Okay, that we can give it today. Accomplishing all wishes and one's desires. So I bow to Yeshitogo, who's the goddess of nurturance. And I'm going to describe the sadhana of Durga Yudruma. And here, we're all going to lean into each other. You can lean into me, I'll lean into you. Here is the outer, inner, and secret practice. The outer practice is the 5 medicine queen sisters, okay? This is the healing dimension of this. The inner practice is the 5 beautiful goddesses. And the secret practice is the 5 dakinis. Being body, speech, and mind. Can you hear? All this takes place in my body. All this takes place in my speech. And all this takes place in my mind. This transmission, he's saying to us, is through my body. And this transmission is through my speech. And this transmission is through my mind. Okay? And this is how it happens as follows. First, the outer sadhana. In an isolated and pleasant place, or an isolated place, or simply a pleasant place, like a snow mountain, a wooden mountain of trees, grass-covered mountain or grove, or actually wherever you're at. You know, they always set these conditions, and wherever you're at. There's a mandala of 4 flowers in front, petal lotus. And sense the medicine queen, the goddess of healing in front of you. And there's a mirror. I actually have a mirror and all that stuff over there. There's an arrow. There's an arrow over there. The arrow's cutting through and delivering transmission, okay? And all around, there are 3 whites and 3 sweets, and flowers and the rest arranged as offerings. And so you now bring yourself forth as the meditating form of Papa Sambhava, here called Baba Yugna. So you become the primordial guru, or whatever tradition you participate in. You become the guru, primordial guru. And in the front, in the middle, is this great palace. Inside, it's like you enter into this room. Just like we enter in through each other, let's lean through that dimension. Leaning through a person is actually leaning through the dimension. It is an iconic symbol to lead through different dimensions. You guys understand that? Yes, that's the question you asked, okay? You lead through. So you don't necessarily have to lean through a person, but you want to have the feeling of that extension. We often think that the dimensions are below us or above us, but really, there are. So feel yourself leaning into that dimension. Lean through. And then inside is the luminous place of Durga Yudruma. And she's completely clear. She's luminous white light, white silks, and there's gold and turquoise qualities around her. In her right hand, she holds the wish-fulfilling gem. That means she has the sankalpa, the capacity to invoke, just like we're all learning the capacity to invoke states, right? Correct? She has the capacity of invocation. That is what the Vajrayana Tantric has, the capacity to invoke and to invoke states and experience. In her left hand, she holds a silver mirror. And she's adorned with silks and skulls and all these mirrors around her. She's reflecting you, okay? And you're reflecting her out of the resonance. You want to feel that reflection. And she's smiling. And she's seated with one leg stretched out and the other drawn in. It's the classic Dakini pose. It's like this, okay? It's a comfortable pose. You'll see this. Let's stay attuned. Let's lean in. And this great Dakini is smiling, and light radiates from her into the four directions. So it radiates from her heart, just like we do. She's extending to you and to me right now, just like we're extending to each other, because we're her. That's who Dorje Droma to me is. And together with her four sisters, similar in appearance, and all are experienced this charming, beautiful, 16-year-old and happy. And what 16 years old means is youthful. You feel the Vajravas body, which is youthful. Okay? Even though you might feel terrible. Really, you feel the youthfulness of the primordial state. Can you find that? And by the brilliant light radiating from her hearts, the wisdom beings are summoned. And from this place of pure white light, like clouds of light, this is the divine abode of Sky Medicine Snow Mountain. So at this moment, you're in the medicine dimension, you're in the healing dimension. Sky Medicine Snow Mountain, you're in that dimension. Being a healer is not a technique. Being a healer is being able to invoke and access a dimension of awareness. Then reciting this mantra, Om Vajra Pramoha Ring Ring Swaha. Om Vajra Pramoha Ring Ring Swaha. So light rays radiates from oneself as Padmasambhava. So now you're on the other side. With all these things on both sides, you'll be on one side, then the other side. You're both sides. It's like Gestalt therapy, right? You're on both sides. So now you're back as Padmasambhava. You are Dusha, you are the God at medicine, and now you're Padmasambhava radiating light, extending. So light extends from oneself as Padmasambhava and touches them. Let's do that. We can do it to each other. And their body, we touch their body, their speech and their mind becomes luminously happy. And then there's this great windfall of jewel light coming towards us. Don't imagine it. Feel the energy. All these things you don't want to imagine, you want to sense the energy of it. And then the Dakini says, the wish, your aspiration will be accomplished. Because just as Padmasambhava, you've taken that posture, that your own awareness is the guru. You see, this text deals with power. Afterwards, give a blessing, offer something in gratitude. It could be the light of your hand if you wish. We'll do that. You can offer the light in your hand, but not different than either Padmasambhava or the goddess. And then feel the three mantras feel the mantra in your body. Om Vajra Pramoha Balinga Kakahi Kai Kaihi. There's a mantra of taking the power into your body. Then he continues on. Dorje Droma, you're so beautiful, with this complexion of light, like the sun rising on the face of a snow mountain. Please grant the city to this practitioner So now you're invoking the cities, okay? And I embrace the 5 sisters and the retinue. It means you're embracing all the Dakinis now. Don't imagine it. For yourself, actually embracing the presences that you feel in the room. Both subtle and physical. Then you say this. And this goes back to the alaya. Okay, that's why. This is an alaya. Please remember the commitment you accepted long ago to me. Please accept the commitment. Please remember the commitment you accepted long ago in regards to me. Please remember the commitment you accepted long ago in regards to me in the presence of Master Padma. So there's a creation of a narrative here, huh? A symbolic dimension. That you should take as real, if you like. Reflecting your own alaya and her alaya and the primordial guru's alaya. Mythologically real, but real that way. And quickly accomplish the activities which have been entrusted in you towards me. And you feel this, you feel that Guru Sankalpa. She's very, very pleased. And then she says, in between any of the sessions that you have with me, do whatever makes you happy. But I'd like you to practice like this for a period of 1 week. In dreams, it will be as above. And you will dream of very happy women, Dakinis, gathering. And they give you food. And they'll move around you. And they'll circumambulate around you. They'll walk around you in circles. And so the cities will be like clouds coming to you. And you will feel the company of a lot of very nice people, neighbors and others. And you will obtain the common cities that you desire. The common cities are the cities of amplification of the light, the common city of pacification of the energy in yourself and other people, the common city of magnetization, being able to pull that energy, opening up people, and the common city of summoning and awakening the awareness of awareness in a person. Certain forms of clairvoyance are also common cities. The common city of passing through, that's a common city. You with me? You guys follow what I'm saying here in this tradition. Ite, then rajas, R-G-Y-I-S, that syllable of extending. That's another reason I wanted to read this particular text. Rajas. Secondly, the stage of the accomplishment for the inner aspect. So now we're moving to the inner aspect. Arrange accordingly, again, these objects of the mandala. Feel in your circumstances. And feel a silk cloth and a container. And inside the container there's a crystal, coral, and small turquoise. That's actually here, one of those drawers over there. So, and this is supposed that these energies help create the alchemical conditions. Then it says this, the 5 goddesses possessing the life stone of the protectors. So here comes this stage of protection. The life stone, huh? The life stone is like the Vajrakalaya stone, natural Vajrakalaya. Got it? And they're beautiful, and they're red, they're like the red Tara, and they're holding a lotus and a mirror, and they're wearing ornaments of jewels and silks, sitting on one leg and the other leg drawn in. And with offerings and praise from this divine worldly abode. It means divinity in the world. Divinity as the world. This divine worldly abode. The pleased wisdom beings are invited. More archetypes are coming in. Think this, she says. Your self-nature is Guru Nigma Horzer. Your self-nature is the Guru. And that's another name for Padmasambhava, but functioning as the Guru. Think that you are the Guru as Ningnya Ozir. Hold that capacity. Then they give the mantra, Om He Vajra Paramoha Ring Ring Du Du Akasa Kongsa. Afterwards, meditate. Meditate right now with the light radiating in all 3 realms. So we're going to extend the light. Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, Dharmakaya. That will help bring us into that dimension and help bring it forth in our bodies. The light radiating in the 3 realms. Nirmanakaya, here, let's just extend. You should have some openness in your awareness right now in the extension. If you're solipsistic, it won't do you any good. Feel the openness, the great expanse. The first samadhi is the great expanse. Open it. Open the door, Richard. Open it. Then you extend the light, radiating in the 3 realms. Then this merges and changes into one red luminous light. Then the light comes back into you and dissolves into the heart chakra. So again, like the Kurukula, all these extensions, it brings it into our own body, right? So it's helping us access Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, and the Dharmakaya. If it's just an imagination, it will mean absolutely nothing. If you actually act it, it's practice. Knowledge is action. If you actually do it here, it will have energy to it. It will mean something. It will have power to it. Then light rays, yes, so the red light back into oneself and dissolves into the heart chakra, blessing you with siddhis in your heart. That means when someone touches your heart, they can feel the light come into them. That's a siddhi, right? Now, from the 5 goddesses, light radiates from their hearts to vast amounts of dakinis, bestowing the blessings of auspiciousness. So then the light's coming all around. Don't imagine it. See if you can feel it. See if you can pull it. See if you can magnetize it. Your body is completely part of the drama. The alaya is your body and what your body can do or not do. The body is derived from the alaya. The body is completely essential to the manifestation of the Alaya. Instead, instantly now, the wishes that you're holding in your heart essence can come into being. Both wealth to support your undertaking. Wealth is considered very important. Long life without wealth is not considered very useful. That's why most long life invocations have wealth involved. Wealth and the cities are being accomplished. You want to be a siddha is to have cities, to have that capacity. Then whatever, you make these offerings again, and you can use the fire in your hand, if you don't mind. And you feel praise for the goddesses. I'm so glad you're here in me and in my friends. And this is particular the goddess Mandarara. And that is one of the companions of Padmasambhava. And so you feel all the divinities that you have alliances with. You can feel the archetypes that you have alliances with. All those dimensions, you want to feel your alliance. And those who have power in the world, and you say, I embrace you. And according to what my aspiration is, please help accomplish my hopes through my own actions and yours. You follow the quality there, okay? Then, again, they say, in this period, do whatever makes you happy. Within one dreams, many people will gather in your dreams. You also will start to feel the divine realms beyond the sun and the moon, and through the sun and the moon. So just like we use doorways, the portholes are very important. You'll see through the sun and the moon. You will have access. And also, people will come and bring you substances, sacred substances, like heart essence substance during this experience. When you go outside, you will experience your desires being directly met and received. And people will gather around you, and you'll gain the city of power. And this is accomplishment of this inner practice. This is a relational practice bringing forth the power of the Dakinis, fivefold power. Ite ga 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 ga. Sealed. The third part is the secret practice. In an isolated and pleasing place, like a cellar, create a mandala of the four petals. So in the room, you'll see this as a mandala. Yellow, red, blue, green, the different lights, the different elements. And hold in your hand as a kapla, a cup filled with amrita. And hear the mantra. Re Hari Nisa Losa Sarvasida Phala Kunza. You're invoking the Dakinis again into this liquid light. If you can hold it. You can place it on your heart. In addition, you can write verses about the country you're in or the place you're in on the mirror. Sometimes you can put a mantra on the mirror or a name. And through the creation stage, this transforms into the 5 Dakinis. And within the center, Hari. Right in the center is Hari, which is the principal Dakini. And then there's the Dakini, she's red. And she also has the sow, pig, and she's a Durga. And there's corpses. She's sitting on corpses. She's totally fearless of death. Everything is totally pure to her. And she dances on it. And she's surrounded by dakinis of the four directions with the seed syllables. Maharinisa. And in the dakini's heart chakra, that's us, is a lotus and moon, a sun-top disc, Hari, and Harinisa. So we can put Hari, this time it's Hari in the middle, Harinisa around. Hari, Harinisa. You'll hold that mantra, you'll feel it. It deepens and opens up the inner heart essence and brings forth the light. And experience the blazing, meditate on the blazing rays expanding from there. That will give you the power of pass-through. Right? And summoning all the wisdom beings. Make the inner and outer offerings. And repeat the mantra without breaking it. Om Ri Harinisa Solika Sarka Saka Jung Jung Za Za Chitta Ring Ring. From the essence of one heart, light rays expand to touch the dakinis. We'll extend to the dakinis. We can enter into the dakinis. We can sit in them. Then you can pull back and the light ray from them expands and touches everything around you and through you. And these are the signs of the cities. The sign of the cities, you start feeling these presences around you and through you. And you feel the energy coming through you and around you. Okay? Emanation. This is a text on emanation. You guys following this? Now. So the power of the three worlds dissolve into light and blesses the leftovers in the kapala. And then this can wash the mirror. The secret practice is like a wish-fulfilling jewel. In brief, you meditate on the recitation. So we'll just focus again. And we'll bring in all the energy of auspiciousness. And all the aspirations you're holding again. And Dharma will increase. So you bring in the aspiration and Dharmic action will increase by you, for you. What's the samaya? The samaya for this practice is very simple. Do not become obsessed. Practice generosity. Keep your samaya with the primordial guru. Keep your samaya with the primordial guru. Generate awareness with the activity of realization. Generate the energy. Generate the light. Generate the field. With the activity of realization. Meditate on the bliss of the heat that you're feeling, the fire and the emptiness. And this is the method for the quick result. Ite ga ga ga. Then Padmasambhava says, Turlang Champa, this is my most secret practice. You yourself appear as me, as Padmasambhava, and at my heart is Harinisa Siddhi Hung. There's a blue dakin, the blue Vajrahari of great bliss. And she moves, she expands, and immeasurable light waves come towards you again. And the four directions are the four dakinis, similar to the central figure. And again, you can feel in their bodies the mantra. Feel the mantra. Feel the resonance. Feel it in each other. And from a syllable comes a light. And the light gathers power from the world and the beings. And the light, so first there's a gathering of the energy, gathering of the elements. And then the light collects and dissolves into your heart as Re. At this moment, press your winds from top to bottom. First from the navel, press from the navel down to your root center. Press from the navel down to the root center. As a form of kumbhaka. And hold it for a bit. Then draw in your breath through the right nostril like a hook. And bring in the light that's in the room. Dissolve it into the light. And gather it into yourself. And with the left nostril, draw the breath, the light into your heart. Into the breathless breath. Focus on bliss and openness. Do not stay contained. Release into the great expanse. Relax into the natural state without trance. You're being given the primordial wisdom of equanimity, equal consciousness. When you look into the phenomena. Look through the phenomena. See the light. From the great ocean of space, which is your body, light expands like the skin of a drum, transforming all the elements. By striking the drum, one gains capacities. Keep the motivation in one's mind. Do not be distracted from meditative awareness. Do not leave the mantra. It simply says, feel the vibrations in your body, in your heart. Practice like this for 1 week. You begin to have dreams. You will begin to feel yourself soaring in the sky. And you will feel yourself passing through all sorts of phenomena. At times in your dreams you'll hear sounds of horns and drums. And you'll be confident in your relationship with the primordial archetypes and the primordial guru. Do not worry about all this. The wisdom wind will do it for you. And the wisdom wind is a very secret wind. It's the wind of the primordial guru that actually does everything for us. So they shift from agency to the wind. The primordial wind will do it. So when you feel the wind sometimes, that wind moving around, that is the secret wind. Okay? You guys follow me? Anybody feeling the wind today? Secret wind. And then this is the bliss that overcomes suffering. This is the bliss that overcomes suffering. The first three stages are states of generation. Means the first three are kind of generated. And the final state is the state of completion. And this, you will quickly reach the state of enlightenment, resulting in the common cities falling like rain for you. This is really known really and only by the meditating yogi. You'll only really know this if you're a yogi who's been meditating. Meditation of generation stages does not matter. They're saying, please forget about all the visualization stuff. The path leading to the essence of completion is this. Transform all places to the state of enlightenment. Here's the Samaya. Transform every place to the state of enlightenment. Bring your enlightenment every place. And it is complete in the equanimity of samsara and nirvana. It means samsara and nirvana are the same place. In the alaya, as the alaya manifest, there's only one alaya that manifests, going back to Tom's statement. There's only one history that manifests. There's only one story that manifests. But sometimes that narrative, those events, are experienced as Marigpa, and sometimes they're experienced as Rigpa. There's absolutely no difference between samsara and nirvana. In the older text, they thought nirvana was a bright place in some Buddha heaven. You with me? And nirvana is here. Samsara is here. Just any place that you're here. So you can't wait to die. But in the more advanced truth, samsara and nirvana are completely in oneness. There's only one alaya. Then we're almost done. Of all the practices in the completion stages, the path to enlightenment, this path of Dorje Yodroma is known as the complete path to the liberation. And this does connect you with the merit of the profound instructions of the Dakini and Pso's two cities of great bliss, or the cities of great bliss. And then this is written by Longchenpa. So I love this particular empowerment. It's an empowerment, and it is a really useful thing. If you have absolutely no connection whatsoever with that was just written, it doesn't mean you have to be a Buddhist, but it absolutely means nothing to you. You're probably going to be wasting your time in this seminar. If you're just looking for theory or even practice, that's not the whole seminar. You with me? Some of these texts will play a role. You don't have to be a Buddhist. You with me? But you want to feel what's going down. A-okay? So if it means nothing to you, there's probably another alaya for you. A brief one. So let's hold awareness for a little while with each other, okay? We're going to, since we have only a few minutes, we're going to pair up anyway. Let's pair up. Can we do that? Can we do that? Okay, we'll just do a big group then, okay? Let's do one big group quickly. magnetize. You want to extend into her and pull. You want to pull. Is that okay with you? It's very co-emergent, isn't it? Opens all of us up. Do not be worried. Now we're going to pull at the throat, just super lightly.
Hari Om.
And then we're going to go to number 8.
Gajananam.
Arati. Then we're going to go into chest at the doorway. We're going to pull there. And we'll put on repeat, Skip. Nothing like being there. Then we pull there. And then we're going to focus on your navel for a moment. We're going to pull there. And then we're going to go to those points on the hips, okay? Right like this. I'm going to pull there. Okay? Then we're going to pull on her wrist. Doing great. And we use our wrist to pull her wrist. Now you can pass through me and the other 2 people here. You can move right through us.
Om Jaya Gangadhara Hara Shiva Jaya Girijadisha Shiva Jaya Gauri Natha Tvamam Palaya Nityam Tvamam Palaya Shambho Kripaya Jagadisha Om Hara 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 Mahadev Kailase Girishikare Kalpadruma Vipine Shiva Kalpadruma Vipine Gunjati Madhukara Punje Gunjati Madhukara Punje Kunjavane Gahane Kokila Kujati Kelati Hamsavale Lalita Shiva Hamsavali Lalita Rachayati Kala Kalapam Rachayati Kala Kalapam Nratyati Mudasaita Om Hara 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 Mahadev Tasmin Lalita Sudeshe Shala Mani Rachita Shiva Shala Mani Rachita Tasman Madhye Hara Nikate Gauri Mudasayita Om Gauri Mudasayita Kridam Rachayati Bhusham Ranjita Nijamisham Shiva Ranjita Nijamisham Indradika Sura Sevita Brahmadika Sura Sevita Pranamati Te Shirsham Om Hara 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 Mahadev Vibhudavadhurbhavu nratyati hridaye mudasayita Shiva hridaye mudasayita Kinnaragayana kurute Kinnaragayana kurute Sapta Swarasayita Dinakata Thai Thai Dinakata Mradanga Vadayate शिवमृदङ्गवादयते क्वन क्वन ललिता वेणु क्वन क्वन ललिता वेणु मधुरं नादयते ॐ हर 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 महादेव ऋण ऋण चरणे रचयति नूपुरमुज्ज्वलिता शिव नूपुरमुज्ज्वलिता चक्रावर्ते भ्रमयति चक्रावर्ते भ्रमयति कुरुते तान्दिकता तां तां लुपचुपतालं नादयते शिव तालं नादयते अङ्गुष्ठाङ्गुलिनादम् अङ्गुष्ठाङ्गुलिनादं लाशकतां कुरुते ॐ हर 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 महादेव कर्पूरं दुतिगौरं पञ्चाननसहिता शिवपञ्चाननसहिता त्रिनयन शशिधरमौले त्रिनयन शशिधरमौले विषधरकण्ठयुता सुन्दरजटाकलापं पावकयुतबालं शिवपावकयुतबालं डमरुत्रिशूलपिनाकं डमरुत्रिशूलपिनाकं करग्रतनृकपालम् ॐ हर 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 महादेव शङ्खनिनादं कृत्वा जल्लरिनादयते शिव जल्लरिनादयते नीराजयते ब्रह्मा नीराजयते विष्णु वेदरुचां पठते इति मधुचरणसरोजं हृदिकमले धृत्वा शिवहृदिकमले धृत्वा अवलोकयति महेशं शिवलोकयति सुरेशम् ईशम् अभिनत्वा ॐ हर 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 महादेव रुण्डैरचयति मालं पन्नगमुपवीतां शिवपन्नगमुपवीतां वामविभागे गिरिजा वामविभागे गौरी रूपम् अतिललितम् सुन्दर सकल शरीरे मनसि जगतभस्माभरणम् शिवकृतभस्माभरणम् इति वृषभध्वजरूपम् हर शिव शङ्कर रूपम् तापत्रयहरणम् ॐ हर 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 महादेव ध्यानम् आरति समये हृदये इति कृत्वा शिव हृदये इति कृत्वा रामं त्रिजटानाथम् ईशं त्रिजटानाथम् अभिनत्वा सङ्गीतमेवं प्रतिदिनपठनं या कुरुते शिवपठनं या कुरुते शिवसायोज्यं गच्छति हरसायोज्यं गच्छति भक्त्या या शृणुते ॐ हर 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 महादेव जय गंगाधर हर शिव जय गिरिजाधीश शिव जय गौरीनाथ त्वमां पालय नित्यम् त्वमां पालय शम्भो कृपया जगदीश ॐ हर 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 महादेव। ॐ जय गंगाधर हर शिव जय गिरिजाधीश शिव जय गौरीनाथ त्वमां पालय नित्यं त्वमां पालय शम्भो कृपया जगदीश ॐ हर 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 महादेव। कैलासे गिरिशिखरे कल्पाद्रुमविपिने शिवकल्पाद्रुमविपिने गुञ्जति मधुकरपुञ्जे गुञ्जति मधुकरपुञ्जे कुञ्जवने गहने कोकिल कूजति केळति हंसावली ललिता शिवहंसावळि ललिता रचयति कलाकलापं रचयति कलाकलापं नृत्यति मुदसहिता ॐ हर 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 महादेव। तस्मिन् ललितसुदेशे शालामणिरचिता शिवशालामणिरचिता तस्मिन्मध्ये हरनिकटे गौरी मुदसहिता ॐ गौरी मुदसहिता क्रीडां रचयति भूषां रञ्जितनिजमीषां शिवरञ्जितनिजमीषा इन्द्रादिकसुरसेवित ब्रह्मादिकसुरसेवित प्रणमति ते शीर्षम् ॐ हर 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 महादेव। विबुधवधूर्भवो नृत्यति हृदये मुदसहिता शिवहृदये मुदसहिता किन्नरगायन कुरुते किन्नरगायन कुरुते सप्तस्वरसहिता दिनकत थै थै दिनकत मृदङ्गवादयते शिवमृदङ्गवादयते क्वन क्वन ललिता वेणु क्वन क्वन ललिता वेणु मधुरं नादयते ॐ हर 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 महादेव। ऋण ऋण चरणे रचयति नूपुरमुज्ज्वलिता शिव नूपुरमुज्ज्वलिता चक्रावर्ते भ्रमयति चक्रावर्ते भ्रमयति कुरुते तान्दिकता तां तां लुपचुपतालं नादयते शिव तालं नादयते अङ्गुष्ठाङ्गुलिनादम् अङ्गुष्ठाङ्गुलिनादं लाशकतां कुरु।
I'll speak a little bit. So maybe, let's see. Who wants to share? Anybody want to share? Yes.
I really don't know how to put it into words, but I'll make an attempt. There's something else happening here than has ever happened here for me. I'm hearing the information is feeding me, and yet and yet I'm just absolutely immersed. I'm not losing myself, and yet I am becoming it all. I'm just absolutely immersed energetically today. Just like I'm taking a huge bath.
I felt fire, just complete fire, just submerged in it. When we were sitting and also in the center, it was amazing. I felt like I was getting so much that I couldn't feel myself pass through, but it was effortless. So it was just there. So it was like, oh, I'm supposed to do something. Wait, but it already is. Like, I already am. What's going on? You know, it was amazing. So thank you, guys. It was so beautiful.
I had many wonderful moments, but I felt I became aware of a glimpse of like an opening of the clarity, and I saw this like very orange Dakini presence that was peeking through it, but didn't quite open all the way.
I just felt completely filled with joy, and then I did just start praying to. I just felt very close to the Blessed Mother, just about the time that you said, "Let's all turn our attention to the Divine Mother." Very, very joyful, and I felt connected energetically to everybody. It's beautiful.
So next week we'll probably start doing more work now. But everybody understands the Alaya. Kabbalah is holding that Alaya, huh? And that really what a bodhisattva is a person who has some understanding of the Alaya. And what happens for them really has a lot of influence at a certain level, huh? That's why the light and the fire, but it's from the underbelly up, so to speak. Thank you, guys. Take it easy. See you later. Hasta la vista. We're going to have a great time this year. And that text, I will get that text out eventually, okay? As we really are holding on this. And I really appreciate everybody being here. Samaya. 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 Thank you, Mary. Thank you, guys. Is going to be in New York. There's Lama Tarchin. Lama Tarchin Rinpoche is a senior, great yogi. He really is a siddha, and he's one of Dorje Rinpoche's heart sons. And he'll be in New York, actually talking about afflictive emotions as the path into divinity. I love him a lot. He is a great yogi.